guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome, cross watchers, and if you're brand new to the channel, happy to have you here. This is your third reading for the month, Leo, because as most of you know, I have been shifting up the order of the readings for the last couple of months, and I am going to change up the order again in February, so please do pay attention to that at the beginning of the month. And for the last week of January, I will be focusing on the nodes of fate, meaning the North Node and the South Node have recently shifted signs. They do that about once every 18 months. So they're now in Pisces and Virgo. North Node has moved into Pisces. South Node is now in Virgo. And it's a whole different animal for the next 18 months. So I will be doing readings for the individual signs as to how that may be impacting you. But I'll be focusing on your rising signs, so pay attention to that as well. Okay, I am pulling from Miracles now. This is more of an inspirational affirmation, oracle type of a deck, so really just affirmations coming through. And let's see what your affirmation is today, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Miracles now. Perfect. When I honor my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. So, perfect words for the sign of Leo. When I honor, big word for Leo, my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. Yes. So, honor your feelings. Whoever you are, anyone can claim that message, honor your feelings, and find your power in those powerless situations. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is pull a spread where we're looking at your blocks and your person's blocks, how that impacts your present energy, the relationship overall, divine messages, and the opportunities for the outcome going forward. So that's what we're doing for this reading. And let's see what comes through for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Do remember, it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it'll be different for everyone. Take what speaks to you, leave the rest. And I always say my rule of thumb is if you've got about 75 or 80% of it speaking to you, consider it good for a general reading. Okay, I do offer private readings. The link's always below. But if you stay tuned, I'm going to be offering a special for Valentine's Day. So you may want to stay tuned for that. Okay, here we go. Your energy, Chariot. Your blocks, Hanged Man. Their energy, Temperance. Their block, Knight of Cups. The connection, yes, a little bit of heartache here. The divine message, Queen of Wands. And the opportunity is a strike of a match, right? Let's just get back to some passion here. Okay, so why I look at this is to sort of see how you're showing up. And remember, this can come through reverse. So if you feel the need to flip it, that's fine with me. Just take it as it speaks to you. So your present energy with the Chariot, there's sort of an emphasis on making progress, but your challenges, things are sort of held up, right? So it could be your block is that you're feeling very suspended, sort of like in the Matrix. Maybe it's feeling like there is a stagnation that's holding you back here. Could be related to some heartbreak, heartache in this connection. Your person is in this interesting holding pattern as well. You're ready to move forward and they're sort of going with the flow somehow. It's coming from some spiritual wisdom that tells them that, everything will eventually come into flow and balance. So there's no real push for them at this moment, which could be why you're feeling stagnation. And their block, excuse me, is with this Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups I don't think there's a problem with regard to romance. I think there's a problem with regard to vulnerability and taking that knights take action and taking that action where they offer you their love, they offer their heart. It's the most vulnerable card in the deck. Um, yeah, because they kind of have to put it all out there, right? Put it all on the line. And so this person may be in this stage of sort of, I'm going with the flow, I'm waiting for the opportunity to present itself, but as a result, things are just perpetually on hold, which is coming up as some form of stagnation for you, and that's a real block you can't sort of get past. The divine message is this Queen of Wands, which it to me is talking about, well, then reclaim your power, which feels very much like where you're headed. You're sort of starting to build up some momentum here, and the opportunity for the path forward is like, go back to the beginning. Like, what was it that attracted you to each other? What was that first moment, that initial spark? So pages are messengers, and to me, this is sort of an opportunity to kind of reignite something in a small way. It isn't a big gesture, it's a small gesture. It's, lighting the fuse that eventually, like you see in the cartoons, makes its way to the stick of dynamite. And then we have the Ace of Wands, and it's something more powerful. So let me see where we go from here. All right, Chariot. Seven of Pentacles, yes. Six of Swords and the World card for you. Right, it's been a long time. You've been waiting patiently to kind of get beyond something, to some peace of mind, to some kind of waters, calmer waters, the new beginning. This would be closing out a difficult cycle to get to that other side, a new beginning with the World card. But it comes at some other cycle's end. And so I feel like you're kind of, what's landing on the Chariot is this another holding energy, because the Seven of Pentacles is requiring your patience, and I feel like your patience is running out, because like it's the motor is running, you're idling here. You want to move forward, you want to make progress, you want to get going and get beyond this, but the Seven of Pentacles is not really allowing you to, and that's why the block here is this Hanged Man energy. Let's see that. Yeah. Okay. So something happened. Obviously, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah. When I'm talking about a block here, guys, don't forget, it doesn't mean you're creating the block. It doesn't always mean that. It could be that you're blocked, that you can't really see how you're blocking something. But in this case, that's not it. This person is sort of in I'm going with the flow because I don't want to get, my ass handed to me, right? They're not really ready to be that vulnerable yet. It doesn't mean they never will. It just means that right now they're kind of chill. And because we had something that really kind of blew up in both your faces, I'm guessing. And it's something that will require both of you to really focus on, really put all your attention on, to fix it and to work through it. And you're kind of in a holding pattern waiting for this person to return. So the Knight of Wands makes that grand gesture and has that passionate return. For this person, though, they know it's putting their heart on the line. And we already see that it's been broken for both of you, for whatever this tower was about. So that's why there's this sort of your patience is waning, because you have not been able to make any progress or get beyond this tower. That's why I'm like, something happened. and you're ready to close out that challenging, difficult, if not devastating cycle. But you're kind of in this, like I said, like the Matrix, sort of trying to find your way out of this situation, but it really, in this connection, requires that this person return. So let's see their energy with Temperance. Or at least that's your perception of it to some degree. Or to this point you've been waiting on that. And now not so much. Now it's like, well, I've got to move beyond this. I mean, there's no law that says you can't make that gesture. Yeah, that's right. So for your person, while they're in this energy of temperance, which it's a lot of things, but it's balance, it's some healing, it's one foot on the ground to stay anchored and grounded, and one foot in the water to stay in the feelings, and sort of keeping it all moving in something almost rhythmic, and going with that flow, modulating all the emotions, the highs and lows. It's about self-control. It's about restraint and understanding that, we got all the highs and lows, but eventually we come into some stasis. Everything balances out. They have this picture in their mind, obviously, of happier times or times to come. And so now they're kind of coming upon a crossroads. And they're aware they have a decision to make. That's the good news. Then the concern is with the Nine of Cups, we could get into the territory of some complacency. Right? The cards from the bottom of the deck are what you can't see, because it's either, internal, meaning it's an unconscious awareness, or it's playing out behind the scenes. So for this person, internally, they may be kind of not taking any action and staying a little too much in the flow of things, because action is needed, and that's blocked right now. And I do think they're blocking it because they're going a little bit like, things are okay, maybe this is as good as it gets. But they're coming upon very consciously aware of the need to make a decision one way or the other. Meaning, are they going to return and put their heart on the line, or are they just going to keep going about life as they are? So let's see this Knight of Cups. Five of Cups. Nine of Swords. There you are, Leo. Yeah, all the regrets, the mistakes that were made, all the worry that, again, they could be rejected, you could dismiss them out of hand, all the things that are relative to that Tower energy, trying to get their nerve up, right? The Strength card, to overcome those obstacles, to face their fears head on, or their insecurities head on, or, right, what's got them worried. They know, right? It's not easy to kind of, they know that they may know you belong together, but something went terribly wrong here. And to approach you is to really kind of, that's when it comes to someone you love that you've hurt, or where there's been a very bad breakup or disruption in the connection, and it's an important connection. It's a sacred bond. It's a sacred connection. The prospect of losing face, right? Showing up and bearing your soul to someone. That's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not saying you don't deserve them going through that process and that they don't deserve it as part of their personal growth. I'm just saying it's a lot. So let's look at the relationship here. 3 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. 8 of Wands. Right. So this is happening at 5D for sure. We got a little Virgo energy in that 9 of Pentacles, which I'm feeling that, independence and autonomy. The 9 of Pentacles is a single person in the tarot. And there's that message of love or apology. The 8 of Wands is communication. So I feel this is the energy that's existing sort of at 5D, right? That's what would help here, is a message of love or apology, communicated from the heart with all due sincerity. Both ways, obviously, messages of love between the two would be very helpful. Receipt of an apology, acceptance of an apology always is very healing. Return of feelings is always very helpful, or at least acknowledgement of how hard it is to face somebody and say, I didn't mean to hurt you, or I'm so sorry that what happened happened. Acknowledgement of that. So I'm seeing a lot here behind the scenes in this 8 of Wands that could be very beneficial and bring a lot of potential healing to this connection. It's all communication at this point. The divine guidance, the divine message is Queen of Wands. King of Swords, Page of Swords, all the swords, 8 of Swords, very interesting. Well, the King of Swords wants to do the right thing here. Page of Swords, very curious, kind of the I Spy, right? The spy or detective of the tarot. I'm trying to ferret out some information. We have more stuck energy with that 8 of Swords, overthinking, maybe some planning. But from a perspective of I'm trying to do my recon here, get some information, want to do it the right way. And I'm feeling it's coming from this person, whoever this is, right? That doesn't want to lose face, that's trying to get their game face on and is quite worried about it, looking backwards with all the regrets. And then, once you look back and you realize, you're looking back and you see that tower energy behind you and you're like, oh shit, man, did I step in it? Or you realize the impact of whatever went down. And it's like your stomach drops, right? So that now here's the honor and the integrity and the curiosity, and there's strategy with the King of Swords, right? I want to do it the right way, and I want to make sure that I've got it all sorted out. And then now I'm filled with self-doubt. Well, maybe I should plan it differently. And so I feel like the divine message here is that there might be some over planning. There might be something that's getting overblown. This person may have you on a pedestal. May see you as somebody who holds a lot of sway, a lot of power over them. Right? It's like moths to a flame. When she's around, don't forget about the little black cat. Very powerful, magical, mystical qualities to that Queen of Wands, and so it becomes a little distorted. Right? We all put our pants on one leg at a time, but this person may have you a little blown up out of proportion, and as a result is kind of throwing themselves into a bit of a prison of their own making. So that's the message. The opportunity here for how things, like what could we do to mitigate the blocks to help things unfold in a little bit better of a way. We have the Page of Wands, Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, Three of Wands. So that's why I was saying there's no law that says it has to be this person who reaches out to you, though that's what it seems you've been waiting for. I'm saying, what's done was done. We want to put an end to a very painful cycle. That was then, this is now. It's done. That, like stick a fork in it. Pretty much. So I'm seeing this Page of Wands as not a person. I'm seeing it as like a fresh start, an opening salvo, right? The hey, right? Long time no see. What's going on with you? Oh, saw this thing on Facebook or whatever it is. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall right now. But sort of like a reminder of something uplifting, positive, enthusiastic, not taking itself too seriously. And there's the Queen of Wands. Yeah. And I feel like it's an opportunity that's coming at you, because this is playing out behind the scenes. Remember, the Three of Wands is the ships coming in card. So it's anticipatory. Something's coming toward you, and it may be an opportunity to sort of have that positive disposition and really close out for good that painful cycle. Remember I said the new beginning only comes at some other cycle's end. And if you really want to get beyond this and you really want to move forward and you have been kind of in this hang position waiting for this person to return so you can kind of fix this or work through something, this is coming at you. And it may be an opportunity for you. It may kind of land in your lap. If it does, what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying you have to initiate the whole thing, but the opportunity may present itself. And if it does, there's no law that says you gotta let that opportunity pass by. Okay? So keep that in mind. I felt that as a strong message, and I got backup from it, and that doesn't happen a lot. So just saying, someone here needed to hear that. Okay? So that's what I have for you so far. It looks like what's coming toward you is an opportunity to kind of reconnect with a positive light, in a fresh sort of communication, and to remind this person that you're human just like they are, and therefore to kind of demystify yourself for them so that it's not so intimidating. They're intimidated. And that may bring everything down a notch and allow the two of you to communicate openly and drop those swords out. Okay? So you can start to work on a healing process. All right, so that's this part. In the extended, what I'm going to be looking at is going inside this person's head a little bit, sort of finding out more about their perception of things, their feelings for you, their intentions, what they're getting from you energetically at least. We'll look at intimacy, kind of like what's their level of fulfillment, what was it, what might it be, and where they see this thing headed energetically. What do they have in mind for the future of this connection? Okay, so the links to that are below. And remember, you've got a couple different options. I've numbered them 1, 2, 3 for how to access extendeds. So check those out. And if you've enjoyed the reading, please do subscribe below if you haven't already. That's always my request. Much thanks for you, Leo, for all you've done to help me boost this channel. It means more to me than you could possibly imagine. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, the astrology for this part of the reading is Chariot is associated with the sign of Cancer. The World card is Saturn, which used to rule Aquarius and now rules Capricorn. By the way, we are in Aquarius season now, so I thought I'd say that. We've got the Hanged Man is Neptune, which rules Pisces. Sagittarius for our Knight of Wands. This is Mars, which rules Aries. We have Temperance is associated with Sagittarius. The Knight of Cups is more Pisces. Leo here with the Strength card. Virgo with the Nine of Pentacles. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Page of Cups. Queen of Wands came out twice, associated with Aries. King of Swords, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Page of Swords. And the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that's what I have for you. Don't forget to honor your feelings. I'm headed to the extended. Let's go inside your lover's head. I'll be there in a second. Bye for now.